Hello everyone and welcome to the video. You are live with Endeavor Gaming, and today we're going to be checking out the brand new Infinity Lockbox Ship that is hitting PC next week. The brand new Texas class Miracle Worker Escort. So let's just go on ahead and get into it. So, as I said, here is the brand new ship that will be entering the PC game on March 16th. Should be a lot of fun. It's the brand new Texas class Miracle Worker Escort, and here is the information we have on it. Born from a dream of unmanned starships keeping Starfleet's personnel from harm's way, the Texas had a troubled development that culminated in severe loss of life. Rescued from the brink of destruction by a last-minute effort to convert it to a crewed vessel, the Texas-class ship offers limited luxury for the cramped crew, but proves an exceptionally deadly combatant. Compact and lean, riding the razor's edge between ruthless efficiency and an unusably Spartan user experience. The resulting ship has a Texas-sized amount of fight in a tiny package. A devastating mid-range brawler, it walks the line, using its speed to dictate range against larger ships. The Texas class serves as a living reminder of the right and the ability of all sentient life to fight for freedom, and the dreadful cost of trusting the wrong people. So, in keeping with the theme of all of the lower deck ships, this is a dual Miracle Worker ship. That's fine. A couple people like Spencer, you should go check out his video if you haven't already. That is also going to be covering this ship. It should be going up soon. It would have worked better with command as that secondary, maybe made it a really cool torp build for a reason we'll get into a little bit later. But overall, a dual Miracle Worker ship means it'll be pretty good for directed energy weapons. You know, I'm thinking and planning out a CSV build on this thing. You might be able to get away with some kind of torp build, but without concentrated firepower 3, it's gonna not be as good. But let's not waste any more time with that yet. Let's get into the ship details. It's a tier 6 ship. It's got a hull modifier of 1.4, shield modifier of 1. For the weapon layout, it's a 4-3-1, which is fine. I would have liked to have something with 5-4 weapons, especially on an escort. It makes CSV oh so very fun, but I get that they probably wanted to distance it from the Hydra a little bit. But I like 5. I like 5-4 weapon slots. For the bridge officer stations, we got a Commander Tactical Miracle Worker, a Lieutenant Commander Engineering Miracle Worker, a Lieutenant Commander Science, a Lieutenant Universal, and an Ensign Universal. This is about the best you could get if you were going to go with seating like this. I'm not a huge fan of engineering stations. There's not a whole lot of engineering things I like to use outside of emergency powered weapons, so mixing it with that Miracle Worker seat gives you a lot more flexibility potentially. Again, command would have been better, but we can work with this. We can work with this. The consoles make me happy though. Right now it's listing as a 5-3-3 for Tactical Engineering and Science. I assume, and I'm still waiting on confirmation, it should have one universal console slot as it is a Miracle Worker ship, so 5-3-3-1. For the base turn rate, it's 19. The impulse modifier is 0.21 and the inertia is 70. It can equip dual cannons since it's an escort. Since the Miracle Worker ship, it's got access to the cyclical quantum slipstream drive for those of you still parading around sector space. And it's got a new console and experimental weapon, plus the Escort Mastery Package, which is accuracy, defense, all weapon damage, crit chance, and a brand new trait that we'll also get to a little bit later. So, one thing we already discussed in the Discord, yes, this ship is very, very, very close to the Da Vinci. I will have up on this part of the video a comparison I threw up on Excel comparing the Fleet Da Vinci, Fleet Saber versus this ship, so you can sort of see the differences between the two. They're close, but I'll say that the ship is definitely better in its seating arrangement. So if you like the Da Vinci, this is a better Da Vinci. Moving on here, we have a new console, the VAQ Warhead Multiple Launch System. This looks cool. Here's what it says. The Texas is equipped with a console, universal VAQ Warhead Multiple Launch System. Fires a volumetric attack quantum cluster munition that splits into 6, count them, 6 projectiles after flying approximately 3 kilometers with default torpedo spread. The separated projectiles seek the primary target, but if the desired target is too far away from the split, some may hit other targets or miss instead. If the system impacts before split, it detonates with tremendous force, but overall damage is lower due to loss and efficiency. The VAQ warhead system is named in honor of the vaquero culture, which gave rise to the classical imagery of the cowboy. So this is cool. Here's the one downside of it. VAQ warheads are modified by abilities that impact torpedo flight characteristics, but not abilities which impact torpedo damage. So, I see both sides of the coin here. On the one hand, it absolutely sucks that you basically won't be able to buff the damage on this thing in any conceivable way. That's very, 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 very annoying. Because it would have made it great for torp builds. But on the other side of that coin, with torp builds where they are now, if you made it modifiable by torp damage, this would be one of the most powerful consoles in the game. Because that's a lot of torpedoes. It would be like the rapid emitting armaments bug all over again. And you can bet that I would be using it a whole lot more. Now, I'm not going to say that this definitely won't be modified by anything else. We'll have to wait and find out and get more information on it. But for now, we're going to have to wait and see how much damage these things actually do, because we just get X amount of kinetic damage, Y amount of kinetic damage, Z amount of kinetic damage. We're going to have to wait and see, but it at least looks interesting, and it will definitely look pretty damn cool. Moving on, the more interesting part of this, Starship trait, algorithmic energy weapon lensing. By fusing local gravimetric sensors with the weapon assembly, some of the work of lensing directed energy weapons can be offloaded onto warps and local spacetime, working with the topography instead of through it. This improves performance generally, and especially in the medium range regime. So, it will have a base bonus to energy weapon damage. I am assuming that means Cat 2 and they were using bonus properly. I'm going to go ahead with the assumption that this is bonus for now. If we hear differently, I will go ahead and send out an announcement to everybody. The second part of this is where it gets more interesting. A larger bonus to energy weapon damage, supposed between 2 and 7 kilometers. It's kind of like narrow sensor bands, which is cool because I like narrow sensor bands. It takes a little bit more flying. You have to know where you are, but sounds like it might scale, maybe, but if it doesn't, that'd be even better. It just means you got to get it lined up in what I would already consider to be like the normal engagement area, between 2 and 7 kilometers. So that has potential for a directed energy weapon build, like a CSV build, or maybe even a beam overload build, or, ooh, surgical strikes? Anything that supports surgical strikes is a win to me. I like it. Moving on, we have new experimental weapon. This basically works the exact same as the console, except it's individual shots that split out into 6 instead of having 12 charges, which could be cool. Again, we're going to have to see this console in action, see what its numbers are, and try it out for ourselves. So there we have it. That is the Texas class Miracle Worker Escort. It's an interesting ship. It's basically a souped up Da Vinci. So my general sum up is this. If you like the Da Vinci, you'll probably like this ship quite a lot. And if you didn't like the Da Vinci, this probably won't be the best ship for you. It's an Escort, it's 4-1, it's got weird layout, the seating is a little bit weird, but there's definitely things you could do with it. I'm not a fan of that second Miracle Worker seat, but I think it has potential. What do you think of this ship, and what kind of build are you thinking of doing on it if you pick it up? Let me know down in the comments, and stay tuned because we will have a visual overview and a build video going out about this ship at launch. Well, that's all I got for the day, guys. As always, you have been live with Endeavor Gaming, and remember to keep calm and game on.